Well, we managed to bounce back green today. Hey, fellow traders, it's Black Coffee Trader. Today is, what is today? Tuesday, September the 23rd. And yeah, we did manage to bounce back green today. Not a big green day by any stretch of the imagination, but a green day nonetheless. Unfortunately, a little bit of an up-down day, and managed to get out of the day on the last trade being the best trade of the day, and ended up green. So we were leaving it at that. But basically, we ended up at plus about, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks per account on each of the funded accounts. So that's a win. Let's take a quick look at TradeZella first, I think, and then we'll dive into some of the trades themselves. So let's pull up TradeZella. As you can see, again, we're up 500 for today, so really not that big of a day, but again, just bouncing back green. Had one really good trade and missed some opportunities, but just happy to be green and slowly at least get something bouncing back from that big red day we had yesterday, which was not very good. So the stats for today, 500, 33% win rate, which is not great, but the big difference is 2.48 on the average win to loss. My average win today was $68 and the average loss was 27, so that's a win. Okay, let's just dive into some of the trades themselves. On the first trade of the day was actually, I missed a pretty good opportunity. We had this big move on the Russell, and I was taking a break and retest long off of I think this was the Thursday high of day. Took the long, and we had a move to the upside. I didn't get to, my first add-in was set right here, and I didn't quite get there. I wanted to break that previous area of resistance, and we didn't quite get there. Started to have the pullback, and the problem that I had, or the mistake that I made, was on the NASDAQ at that time. We were seeing a pretty healthy pullback, and I was like, well, this might just fall apart. I might as well just get out, break even, and look for a better entry. That was a big mistake. We literally only pulled back. Let me zoom in here a little bit so we can see this better. We literally only pulled back a little bit. Like, I got out here break even. We only pulled back a little bit and pushed higher. I mean, we had a big push to the upside there, and obviously I did not get to re-enter that trade. And so if I would have left it, this could have been a pretty nice trade. It wouldn't have been a huge trade, but it would have been a very positive trade. Probably could have been about 80 to 100 bucks pretty easily with the add-in. So missed an opportunity there. Had the pullback here, and I was a little bit early on this pullback. Got in, had to sit through this little bit of drawdown. I didn't like it. I think I was ended up risking about $50 some on this trade, but ended up getting out. I did add to this position, get out with two contracts, basically the last one break even. It was a positive trade for like 20 bucks or something like that. So then we moved to, we had a couple more trades here on the Russell. I think this might have been, I'm going to jump around a little bit, but after we pulled back into this Thursday high of day and this previous resistance area around the 24.98s, I thought this was going to break down, and took the short here and just simply got stopped out literally to the tick, and then we just kind of chopped around, had this big wick, pushed higher, and kind of a bit of a breakout trade probably, but really kind of looking for this retest of this level and pushing higher. Took that, immediately failed. So I was a little bit dejected after those two trades, kind of just a couple of bad trades. None of those were big losses, I think, out 30 and 40 bucks. So we lost about 70 bucks there. And at that point, we were red on the day. I think at the worst of it, I was down about $86 after commissions. I took a short then took a long on ES. And this one here was a little bit tough as well. I mean, we had this continuous bleed lower on ES and the NASDAQ for that matter. And once we bounced off of this 6730 area, which is an area that I was looking for the market to potentially hold, we started to get this move out. I got long, added to this contract here, somewhere in here. For some reason, it doesn't show it because it was technically a losing trade, but pushed higher and got stopped out. Basically, I made a little bit of a different adjustment today. Instead of like typically what I would do, let's just say I was entering a trade here, stop loss here, I would set a profit target at like 1R, and then I would take half the position off and then look to add after that. And what I did today was I added without taking profit, basically looking to get to 2R. So if my stop loss is here, I'm looking to get to here. a 2-hour trade before I take anything off. However, as we move into profit, I'm looking to add a position. And by adding a position, and then I'm moving my stop up to the original entry to protect, I can keep my risk very, very tight. Like I'm not risking very much, but I'm building a bigger position. And it just failed and got stopped out for basically a $30 loss on, at that point I was in with 4 contracts. So did work out, just didn't get the winning trade there. And yeah, the market basically rolled over and we failed. Once we then broke this next level of previous support, I was looking for this to hold, and when it became pretty clear that we were going to fail, I decided to take the short. And again, at this point, I was down about $90 per account. Entered the short trade here, tight stop loss over this high of this level. And then as we got into profit, I added to the trade here and then started taking contracts off on the move back down. So ended up withing about a $120 trade, $115 or something like that after commission. So really, that was really the turning point of the day. So really nice trade there to kind of wrap up the day and get the accounts back to green. And at that point, I was like, I'm done. I'm not going to continue trading. With the roller coaster day that I've been on and with the bigger red day yesterday, I just wanted to get out with a win, especially after being green and then going to red and then getting back to green. So that was the day. So yeah, not much to talk about. A bit of an up-down day, a little bit frustrating at times, but again, it just felt like I was, taking some trades on the wrong side of things. But the lesson really for me today was keeping the risk small as I've been doing, and adding into a winning position definitely seems to work. I mean, like we looked at on TradeZella, down, or the winning rate today was only 33%. But we did have a winning day, 33% win rate, but that means, the trades that we did win on were good trades, and the losses that we took, we kept those to a minimum, and that allowed us to stay green on the day. So that is that, and we will be happy with it and move on to tomorrow. So don't forget the Apex sale is ending tonight. That ends at midnight tonight, that 80% off deal. So again, just thank you for those of you that use my code. Appreciate that. And again, thanks for using code BCT across Apex, Take Profit Trader, QuantGuard, TradeZella, etc. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a better day today, even though that I had a green day. I didn't have that great of a green day. And again, like yesterday, I mean, today it feels like, man, we should have had a lot more profit on the table with the move that we had. But unfortunately, just the last couple of days, I haven't traded as well. So we live with it and move on. So once again, I'll leave you with that. Have a good day tomorrow, and we'll catch up with you on the next one. Take care, and so long.